Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life, A Slice of Life. You know, getting older is a good thing. You know it's a good thing because what's the alternative? Getting older or already being in the coffin. So, come on with me, stay with me in the getting older. But let me tell you something. Whew, the things that come with getting older sometimes just get next to me. Like walking in a room and not remembering why I was in the room. I have gone to room. I said, oh, I got to go get something. Then I get to the room like, why am I in here? I forgot. Is that getting older or something happens like that with you? I hope it happens with you, so you younger people, like it happens with me, so I won't have to take it personally. But right now, I wonder if that's all part of getting older. I walk around, I think about it. Now, why did I come in here? Then I had to go all the way back. Have you had to do that? Go all the way back, and then you say, oh, that's what I wanted. Go all the way back. I tell you, my memory has a geographic location where I was still in the other room. Nobody told me any of the things that's going to happen. Have you ever looked all over the house for your glasses, only discovered that they were on your face at the same time? One time, I'm going to go and tell it. I'm going to go and tell it because I know that happened to you. Have you ever looked for something and it was right with you while you were looking for it? My phone. I said, what in the world? Is that part of getting older? Has it happened to you? You look for your phone and you I don't know. It worries me sometimes. Anyway, nobody told me I would start making noises every time I stood up. That's shameful. Nobody said you're going to make noises every time you stood up. Some kind of grunt, some kind of something, some kind of ache, some kind of something would come out of your mouth. When did that start happening? You used to just pop up, pop up, pop up. I used to hear people make noises when they got up and wonder, why they make those noises? Well, I make noises when I get up now. And I have to catch myself, like get up quietly. Get up like, nobody knows that you're struggling to get up. You have to hold. I figured out how to get up in church. You got to scoot to the edge of the bench you're sitting on, or whatever you're sitting on in church, and hold on to the first one. Don't sit on the front row because nothing to hold on to. So you hold on to the chair or the bench in front of you. If nobody's sitting in front of you, you just put your hand on the bench and you lean forward and you scoop forward and then say, let's stand for the doxology. You just push down and get up. I had to give me a little trick because I was struggling. I said, no, I can't look like that. See, we don't want to look like that. You're all fancy and you can't get up? No. You got to learn the tricks, people. You scoot up. You know the doxology is coming. You know you got to get up. You know where in church you got to stand. So you start working on getting up before you get there. Now, and you don't like for them to change the program. So everybody stand, and you got to think, what? No. You already know the program. You know where you're supposed to stand. So you start scooting early and lean your hand on the bench in front of you. And when it's time, you hear the chord, then you just hop right up like everybody else. That's a trick I had to learn. Lord have mercy. Anyway, what about you sit down, you get up, you say, Lord have mercy. Stop saying, Lord have mercy. Stop saying, oh, Jesus. Just stop all that. I just showed you how to do it really nice and cute, and nobody's paying attention. Or everybody knows you're old anyway. Why are they paying attention? But even for your own ego. See, it's for my own ego. I just want to be able to get up and look like I can get up. That's why I don't go out with anybody. You go out with somebody, you can't hide it. You try going out with somebody. Try going out with somebody at this age and see. You better go out with somebody the same age and go places where people are the same age. Go to Ellery's on Thursday night or go somewhere else in Atlanta where they have the seniors doing the Chicago line dance, which I love, or the Chicago bop. Go to those places or get up in a senior citizen home. But don't try to run with somebody that's younger than you. And you're going to go these places unless you know you have practiced getting up. You have gone to the gym and you know how to get up. So if you know how to do that, then you can go on out, baby, and have a good time. Have a great time. But if you don't know how to do that, you need to keep your behind at home. Otherwise, you're going to be looking struggling. And then people are going to say, why he or she out with that old man, old woman? No, 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 no. We're not doing that. So I took the position that I don't know enough yet, so I just stay home. Don't go with anybody, anywhere. And the people I go with are my family, and they'll help me get up. Nobody told me my knees would become weather forecasts. My knees are weather forecasts. My whole body, I know when the rain is coming. The meteorologists know. The meteorologists, they all know, and I know when rain is coming. Because my knees, my body, my everything starts aching. Or I said, oh my God, because I have neuropathy really badly. And so I already know before the weather changes, I know. I got a better forecast. I could tell you before the meteorologist. Nobody told me I would become interested in conversations about fiber, blood pressure, and comfortable shoes. Baby, I could talk to you about all that. We have all kind of conversations we used to didn't have about shoes and medicine. I have a friend, my classmate, I promise you, she's PhD, but I swear she's gone somewhere and got an MD degree off of Google. She could tell you just about every kind of medicine that there is, the seniors are taking. She could tell you about it. I don't talk to her about medicine because I don't have it in my head like that. Maybe I should, but I don't want to, maybe. I don't want to know. You see, I never learned the chemo I was taking the very first time. Once they told me it was red devil, I just didn't bother to learn anything else. But there are people who know all that kind of stuff. You can have conversations with them at length, like you at the medical doctor. You can just go and talk to them. I can't do all that, but that's what we learned to do, though. Anyway, nobody told me we'd be doing all that. Nobody told me that sleep will become complicated. That is the truth. Sleep is complicated. I have to talk myself into sleep. I work late. I like working late. I didn't know that naps, so I take more naps. I like my naps, though. If naps come with old age, I'm good for that. But I know some people who take naps that are younger than me. So I don't know what to say about the naps. I think a nap is good. I think a power nap is good anyway for people whose brain going 24/7 all the time. Like mine, I think we need to have naps. So I whole like the nap thing. Then I like countries that have the siesta in the middle of the day, or the 2-hour break in the middle of the day. They work till 7, but they take 2 hours for lunch. I think is that European and period. I don't know, maybe some other countries too. But I do know, and maybe that's for a nap. And then in some countries it's really hot, and so people just stay home till the sun goes down a little bit, and then they come back out. That makes sense to me. I don't know if that's a senior citizen thing. I don't know that. Anyway, I finally fall asleep right before the alarm goes. I finally fall asleep right before the alarm goes off. That's true. I'll text my daughter and say I'm still up. While they getting up, I'll say I'm still up. Good night. I love this. I have friends who get a message from me and I'll say good night while they're saying good morning. I don't know if that's a senior citizen thing. I think it's a Georgian thing. Help me get my body right. I've been staying up since I was a kid. I used to put my mother to bed all the time. She got where she would say, Georgian, lock the house up. Georgian, make sure everything's all right. Because I would go to bed when the TV went off. Y'all didn't know that TV used to go off. And the little symbol would come up and then I would actually wait for the Star Spangled Banner to come on, and then I would know the TV's going off. Anyway, I don't know about that. But anyway, nobody told me any of these things. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful for all of us who've lived this long. It's still beautiful because what's the alternative? You got to look at the positive in all of it. Look at the positive in all of it. We've seen a number of great things. I did hear someone say, and I was glad to hear them say, in this whole Asian discussion, that, there's a ban or protest against Asians right now. But they were talking about those of us who lived to watch we lived and we fought for rights, and to watch them being taken away now. And it looks like we're starting all over again. I don't know why I inserted that, but maybe somebody needs to know. Sometimes it gets next to me that we did all that work and we got to start all over again. But I'm not faint of heart because I will start all over. I'll help you as long as I can. Nobody told me that some battles are not worth fighting. Nobody told me that peace will become more valuable than being right. Let me go back to peace being more valuable than being right. You know, you used to argue about something. I mean, when you were younger, you had to have the last word. And now you let the other person have the last word. Fine. Go ahead. You won. I tell people, you won. Go ahead. And I'll go on to something else because I would rather have the peace. It's something about being peaceful. It is something about being a certain age where you're just peaceful. Like, okay, you won. I don't feel like being yet. Select your arguments. And right now, they're few and far between. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like fighting. Some things, some battles are not worth fighting. I don't feel like arguing about anything. Nobody told me that gratitude would become a daily practice instead of an occasional feeling. That's true. I'm more grateful now for more things than I was grateful for when I was younger, because I know what it means to have them now. I'm very grateful for my health, very grateful for my sight, very grateful for the dexterity of my limbs, because a lot of that you don't have. We took all that for granted. Nobody told me I would lose people I love and somehow still find reasons to smile. I was talking to a friend of mine today, and there were 10 of them. There's 5 of them now. And she thinks about that. She said, there's only 5 of us now. And stop and think about it. One day I would say, you know what? I have neither mother nor father. My mother told me one day I would have neither mother nor father. We'd be gone. And you stop and think when you don't have your mother and you don't have your father. If you got one of them, you feel pretty good. But when both of them are gone, both of them, mother and father, you're just like, wow. And then you got to get on up and say, hey, I remember them. I remember some of the things they told me. They took care of me and they brought me thus far. The family, my mother and my father and the Lord brought me thus far. So I got to keep going. That's what I want you to do. You got to keep going. My whole thing about this show is for you to keep going. I talked to someone today that told me she wanted someone to call me about cancer because they were despondent about having cancer. I said, oh, you're going to be despondent. That comes with the territory. It's in your head, I have cancer. I'm fighting cancer. I got da-da-da-da-da. It stays up here. But what you got to do is say, I'm going to be all right. She had another conversation we had, and 25 years ago, they told this woman that she was not going to live, like Joel Olsen's mother. I think she died, but she didn't die when they said. She lived some kind of 35, 40 years. You can't let nobody tell you who gave you the right to say you're going to die. Okay, the bacteria or the cells or the x-rays or the doctor's report or the medical symptoms all lead to what would normally be death. But who announces, who determines that? Nobody on earth, only God Almighty. And that ain't what he said. That's not what he said to Joel Olsen's mom. That's not what he said to the friend I spoke with today, her person. And so you just don't know. You have to just go with, you just got to keep living. And that's what happens to those of you when you get a death sentence or they say you got cancer. You say, okay, what next? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're going to do that? Okay, well, we're going to do that then. And you got to continue making plans past whatever that is. So let's say you're going to have surgery on Thursday. You're already thinking about what you got to do Friday. You're going to surgery on Thursday. So, okay, well, next week I'm supposed to do blah, blah, blah. You start thinking about what you're supposed to do next week. So you got Thursday, you got Friday, you got Saturday, you got Sunday to deal with whatever the pain, the anesthesia, maybe something, need to go back and work on something, you're tired, you got to go through all that. But you got something to do the following week. And so you say, okay, I got to get what? You start thinking about what you got to do the following week. I got to get this done, that done, another thing done. You thank God as you go, but you got something to do. So you do not have time to be sitting around here. I'm sick. No. Keep saying you sick. Guess what happened? You sick. For real. But you say it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. You just got to deal with it. But it's this. It's man over man, I tell you that. Nobody told me I would lose people I love and sometimes still, okay. Nobody told me that God would continue to be faithful year after year after year after year. You heard it in Sunday school. You know you heard it in Sunday school. You did. You just didn't believe it till you got older. You're like, man, do you know how many days 365 is times 83? I'm just asking you. Think of 365 days times 63, 55, 22. There's still a lot of days you live, baby. A lot of days. 45. 365 days and 45 years. It's a lot of time. Enjoy it. At this stage of life, we have buried some dreams. Don't bury those dreams. Go get them. Go get them. You lived some and you buried some, but you need to go get them. Quit burying your dreams because of some number that the world has put on you. You think that I don't know ageism is going on with me? I know very well. I am a clear example of ageism. I have a number of great ideas that are just great ideas. Wrong package, delivering them. I know that. But do you think it stopped me from delivering them? No. I'm going ahead now and rewrite something and send it right on with this same 83-year-old face. I am. You see, because the idea is still a great idea. Now, maybe do I have to find a young face? I may have to find one to deliver it for me. I talked to somebody today. I said, I think I need a younger face to deliver this idea. I do. But however it is, it will be delivered. You see? But that's how you gotta think. You just don't throw your hands in the air like you just don't care. I love that. What song was that? I threw my hands in the air. I don't know. Anyway, at this stage of life, we have cried, baby. Whew. If I had $1 for every time I cried, I'll be up there with Elon. You see, here's a man that's come to the United States as an immigrant from a place where apartheid was the soup du jour. And he's the first trillionaire. And he was allowed to be a part of the administration. And 350,000 women lost their jobs. And people have lost jobs. And people do not have the insurance and what all they need to make life on a day-to-day basis. And this man got up today and became the world's first trillionaire. SpaceX with government contracts given to an immigrant. And you and I cannot get one. Couldn't get it, by lives depended on it. You could get all our contracts have been not allowed because they said they were specific for minority. DEI was disbanded so that the majority white women could not get the contracts either, because that's what DEI, that's was for whom it was built. It was not built for me. It just allowed me perhaps to have something. But now, the number one trillionaire, he's a trillionaire. So, when you hear something like that, you don't get angry. You just say, wow. You make a statement and you keep going. You say, you know what? I got something to do. Because it's not built for you. All that up there is not built for you. Do you. All right? Do you. Because we have cried by the time we get this age, and we have celebrated, and we have stumbled. Oh, baby. But we have also risen. And it may not be the world's next trillionaire, but so what? That has nothing to do with anything. We still standing. You still standing. And you know, there's some people right now trying to figure out how to be a trillionaire because they're billionaires. I don't want to be a billionaire anymore. I want to be a trillionaire. I don't want to be a millionaire anymore. I want to be a billionaire. Man, what? What is happening here? Anyway, we're still standing. We're still standing. You still standing. I'm still standing. We're still standing. We're still learning. We're still laughing. Don't forget to laugh now. Don't forget to have hope. Don't forget to plan. Continue planning. Continue planning. Because what? What's going to happen at the end of this month? Ooh, I'm going to have a report card. I need the report card. Some of y'all going to fail because the report card comes out June 30th. That's when the report card comes out. What's that report card, Georgianne? You know, we're at the last month of quarter 2, where everything was supposed to be ready from January, quarter 1, January, February, March, April, quarter 2, and now you know what happens on July 1, a new fiscal year. Watch out. 6 months, Christmas. Christmas shopping starts July 1st. Where your stuff? Okay, I ain't gonna fuss. Still plan, still become, still dream, still believe there's more ahead than behind. You guys still believe that? If you don't believe that, you won't have a reason to get up every day. You say, girl, you 83. Why don't you go somewhere and sit down? Why don't you go somewhere and sit down? Because I'm not. No. I don't plan to do it. Because I still got something ahead. See, well, you're not our future. You don't know that. I've been to some funerals of some people since I've been 83. Younger than me, so you can't make that determination. Nobody can. You got to keep going. So the world talks about youth. I got it. But there's something about age. Wisdom. That's it. Perspective. We have wisdom, we have perspective, we have grace, and we have patience. And we got a testimony. You cannot buy some of the things that we have. You can't buy it. You earn them year by year. I've earned every one of the gray hair that's under here. I've earned every strand. I laugh at the noise when you stand up. Laugh at it. Laugh at it. Laugh at the reading glasses. Laugh at it. Laugh at the knees. Laugh at all that. And thank God for another day. That's what you do. Every gray hair represents survival. Trust me. Yes, it does. Every birthday is a gift. Some of y'all say, well, I didn't do much for my birthday. Why? You didn't feel like it? If you didn't feel like it, that's one thing. If you didn't do much for your birthday because you're like, well, I'll be dead anyway. Heck no. I can see not feeling like it. Because there's some days I just don't want to do all that. But some days I want to have a real birthday. Some birthdays I want to have a real birthday. You know, just have a birthday. Some days I don't want to have a real birthday. Some birthdays I want to have a real birthday. Like this next birthday, I want to go to the skating rink. But I need my sister here, so don't need me think about that. But I just like the whole idea of it. You know, but I like to do something different this birthday. I got in my mind, it just depends on how I feel. It just depends on how I feel, on what's going on. I think we got some stuff going on, so I may not be able to do a whole lot. But every birthday is a gift. That's why we got a slice of life. We got a slice of life for the very reason that I am here on this side and you on that side. So we can keep motivating one another. You motivate me, I motivate you, hopefully, but you motivate me. You motivate me because I know you there. He may be 4 of y'all, 8 of y'all, 12 of y'all, 13 of y'all, 23 of y'all, 33 of y'all. I don't know how many. They got nothing to do with it. I'm just glad you're there. Aging is not the loss of youth. See, that's what you think. Aging is not the loss of youth. Say it with me. Aging is not the loss of youth. Let me tell you what it is. It's the privilege. Aging is a privilege of continuing the journey. Ooh, when you like that on a t-shirt. Aging is the privilege of continuing the journey. Because nobody, who told me I was going to be 83? Let me tell you something. I didn't even know I was 80 anything. Till 80 came up. I'm like, oh, damn, I'm 80. I was like, what I got to be? Because I have been living, people. I lived all this. My daughter would tell you some stuff I did in my 70s that I don't know how I did all that. Traveled, drove, crossed country. Cross country. Just got in the car. Yes, I did. Just got in the car and I went where I had to go. I did what I needed to do. Met an awesome brother at 74. I didn't even know I was 70 something. Because I was just living. Just living. You got a number. So when 80 came, I put that number on myself because I knew I couldn't hide it. But I wanted to run for office, and I talked myself out of it. I regret I did because I knew people were going to have something to say. But don't do that. Don't let people do that to you, and don't do it to yourself. Sometimes you shoot your own self in the foot. Get up, live, enjoy. Anyway, it's Friday, and the people are here. FIFA is here. Go downtown. I was watching it on TV. I like Fan Fest. It's going to be hot. My little Gigi said, it's going to be hot. And I don't know where you're going to see it. I got too many things. I got to have a cool spot. That's not going to work. I got to be able to go to a restroom. That's not going to work. Where's all that? I got not to be able to walk a long time. That's not going to work. So I like the fan thing. What is it called? Fan down at Centennial Park. So I'm encouraging you to go. I just want to drive by it. I'm excited. I'm excited for the city. I'm excited for people coming here. I've been excited about Atlanta ever since I arrived in 1960 to go to Spelman College, to attend Spelman College. And so from that 1960 to 2026, I'm excited about people coming here. And if you run across this and you're new or you're visiting, please subscribe. Please tell other people. And welcome to Atlanta. I love you. And you can't do anything about it.